is Graham Rogers, and I'm joined, as always, with our totally unlicensed band leader, Mr. Gerard Bauer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here to help Graham through all his twists and turns of life.
And damn, it's a special night because to the left of me is a very, very honorable man, I would say.
Honorable.
You know, he has glasses on, so he means business. Mr. Aristotle Athiras.
Thank you so much, Graham. Thank you for having me. And thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. That was very nice of you.
Oh, dude, I had to look it up.
It's okay. People look it up all the time.
What's the worst pronunciation of your last name you've ever gotten?
Literally, like, I used to have a coach used to say arthritis. Hey, arthritis! So I was like, give it up for asshole arthritis.
Was this like a life coach you got when you started being in the entertainment business?
No, this is like a wrestling coach.
Wrestling coach. Yeah, you kind of have like a
Wrestler
broad
physique.
kind of like a broad shoulders. I can see you grappling with a man.
With a bunch of hairy dudes. Mm-hmm. You got to get very, very close to another man's genitals when you're wrestling.
Yeah.
It's very true. You have to be very comfortable. I don't know. I know.
Yeah, the position in which you start at is pretty like...
Yeah, you become very familiar very fast. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, when you were wrestling, did you ever see like someone's genitalia that made you a little bit insecure about your own?
No, never. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to give...
Because some boys have like big old nutsacks.
The only time I was ever self-conscious about that was when a girl that I was with told me about a friend, a dude that she was with was like kind of a colleague friend, and she was just talking about how massive his dick was, and I was just like,
how did she know?
I thought I had a big dick, and she was like, no, his dick was fucking huge, and I was like, wow.
She has firsthand knowledge of this dick?
Firsthand knowledge, and she volunteered the fact that she just couldn't finish. She was like, it was too much.
Dang.
And I just noticed my vibe around him was always different after that.
Of course, because he's packing that long
Packing, yeah.
Dick energy in the room.
Yeah. It was bigger than big. I heard it was like... Anyways, go ahead.
That's so crazy, dude. I used to have this roommate in college named Rob Ray, and he liked to tinker about. He used to always fix things that didn't need to be fixing, But he had a pretty massive schlong, and what he would do as a party trick is he would take it out, and he would do the helicopter. So we're party when Rob starts fucking chopping.
Yeah, gets a little hot on the dance floor. He brings that thing out, dude. Create a little circulation.
It was nice, but it made everyone feel uncomfortable at the same time.
I mean, of course, I'm getting uncomfortable just thinking about this guy pulling his dick out in a party. People are just trying to eat and have a good time, and he's like, you guys must have been massively bored.
A lot of snacks. Yeah. And, we definitely, I mean, this was in Mississippi, so back then.
Anything goes.
Back there, you kind of had to do, you had to.
You're from Mississippi?
I'm from the SIP.
Oh,
a lot of S's, a lot of I's, a lot of P's.
The first complicated word I ever learned how to spell.
It took me a whole year to learn. That was actually my whole 4th grade curriculum.
MISSISSIPP.
One letter per month, dude.
I mean, that's more than a year, isn't it?
Yeah. It was
MISSISSIPP. That's 1 month shy of a year.
Yeah, and summer school also.
So you had to repeat a letter at some point.
At some point. I wasn't that good at school.
Yeah. I was a terrible student. Actually, I was looking at some of my old report cards. I actually did pretty well, but my behavior was awful. Always needs improvement.
Now, when you say your behavior was awful, were you engaging in like illicit activities? Were you did you start a gambling hall in the school? Like, what kind of shenanigans was young Aristotle up to as a kid?
I remember I was never like I just was always like clowning around and making jokes and just kind of being like, just I guess in a sense, a troublemaker in a way, but I feel like the teachers always singled me out anyways.
I would have singled you out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time, for example, like, did you ever like sell Airheads or like candy in school? Like, you get the box and it tells you like how much.
You get like a big box and you take it to school and make a little
sell
money.
It, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing something. There was a bunch of kids doing that in school, just a shit ton. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get in on this a little bit. But I noticed, I was like, everybody's doing this candy shit, and it's just not really I can't be another guy selling candy. I'm not going to make any money. And so I noticed that like a lot of the boy bands are really huge, like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
98 Degrees.
That was one of them too. There was this convenience store that would sell these massive buttons like this big. It even sold like old school ones, like New Kids on the Block and shit. But they had all these buttons, and they were all like with Timberlake and like that. They were like all these little themed buttons, and so they were like 99 cents. So I was buying a bunch of them, and I was taking them to middle school, and I was straight up selling them to these girls for $5 a pop. And I was making some bucks, man.
That's that button hustler right there.
And the teachers got on my case about it. They're like, you can't sell things here at school. I'm like, those kids have been selling fucking candy for the past year, you know, and I'm just here selling some buttons, and all of a sudden I'm a bad guy. So that was like my first piece of evidence, legitimate evidence, that these teachers were singling me out 100%.
Yeah, but I feel like buttons is kind of a nefarious thing to sell. You know, because like airheads
Stepping
are cool.
over the
Yeah,
line.
nefarious.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, buttons, you got to pin them on your jacket, or
No,
Weapons.
dude.
you're advertising Justin Timberlake and like all sorts of crazy things.
They're both a luxury, candy and massive buttons. You don't need either of those fucking things to live.
I had button. You know, I was in a band in high school called No Rights Reserved. No, All Rights Reserved. Yeah, and
No rights. No. Oh, what?
All Rights Reserved.
Some of the rights were
Yeah.
reserved.
But the reason I got into the band, I was a guitarist, but is because of the buttons.
Oh, word?
We got buttons made, and that's really. And then I remember we had our first show, and the day of our first show, I quit the band. Because you got to make a stand as a rock star, right?
Are you a
Yeah.
good guitarist?
I mean, dude, I can rock a G chord.
Yeah.
I can play a little diddly.
Yeah.
But you know, we were asked to play this backyard show at the Evans' house, and I just got kind of nervous. And there was this other kid in the band who had red hair also, and he was a fucking freak.
What was his name?
Like sexually? What kind
His
of
name
freak was he?
Quentin?
with extra double red hair, dude. Just the kind of redhead that makes me be ashamed of being a redhead.
Everybody I've ever known that's had like a name that started with a Q, there was always like an asterisk next to that person in my memory.
Questlove.
I knew a guy named Quee.
That's
I swear to God,
not even a real name.
his name was Quee.
Was Quee? He sounds like an Asian man.
Quince. I knew a guy named Quince. I swear.
Quince was a black man, though, right?
They were both black, actually.
Damn,
Quee and Quince were both black. It's true.
Were they friends?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. Quee was like the bigger brother of this other kid that I knew. I can't remember his name. And Quince was just another. No, they don't think they knew each other.
I don't think you have two Q's in the same friend group.
Yeah,
That's a
is
lot.
No.
Are that their
Quincy?
their birth name?
That I don't know. I mean, at that age,
Q is a good thing for a nickname. Like you definitely want a good nickname. Start with a Q. It's memorable.
What about if your name was Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl.
Remember that he was an ancient somebody.
Aztec.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
Maybe name your pet Come here, Quetzalcoatl.
Wait, is that for real? Is that was an Aztec guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
interesting.
he would chop a lot of heads off of people that he was killing. You know.
Yeah. What's new with you, man? I haven't seen you in forever.
Dude, you know, a lot of things. Every day is a new day.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you like meditating every day?
Yeah. Transcendental meditation.
Transcendental or transcendental?
Transcendental.
Are you for real though doing that?
For real. I learned it at the Transcendental Meditation Center in Silver Lake.
I did too, but I have not been back yet.
Are we TM fucking brothers?
I get the emails all the time.
I get them too. Let's go on a retreat.
Dude, I honestly, I'll tell you this.
Let's go to Palmdale, bro.
There was a I was kind of calling bullshit on a lot of the TM stuff, and for a little bit, and then when I started doing it, you know, I thought maybe it's something I can use, and then it's like this lifetime membership thing. I can go back whenever I want.
Yeah, that's what they sold you on. Yeah.
And so, but the weird thing is like I remember when I was doing it for the week that I was doing it for, I was also walking a lot, and I actually wrote some really cool shit. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if there was a coincidence. I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it was because of the walking or because of the meditation or both. I don't know.
Probably both. I would say, I mean, that seems like you're in a healthy headspace.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like the thing I had that was weird to me is, so when they give you your mantra.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'll tell you. So when they give you your mantra, I was afraid I was going to forget it. And so the guy, this dude told me it, and I was writing something down. He goes, "What are you writing down?" I go, "My mantra." He goes, "Don't write that down." He goes, "Your mantra should never be something that you can see on paper. It's something that you can only visualize, in your head." And I think what it is because they say they give everyone a specific mantra, but what I think the trick is they give everyone the same mantra and then tell everyone this is special and not to tell anyone.
All right, you want to tell each other the mantra at the same time, see if it's the same one?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Shireen. No, dude, we are TM brothers. Damn, dude. I once told a girl a mantra on our dude, that's what. Oh, they're fucking. Oh, dude, we gotta investigate. TM is, dude. I bet you they're like,
yo, it is. That's my fucking mantra that he gave me too.
Yeah, was it a dude?
The dude.
Yeah, probably the same dude, Jewish guy.
Fucking breaking news.
I feel. Did we fuck our shit up just now? Does that mean that we can't do it anymore?
No. Okay, I thought the same thing. I was on a date with this girl I liked a lot, and I gave her my mantra on the first date, and I didn't get laid, but I was still able to do it.
Do what?
To meditate.
Do you think it was bad luck because you told her, and then that's why you didn't get laid?
I think for probably about 3 days it was bad luck.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't need any bad luck right now.
No, but since you already were, you already had the knowledge, so it's okay. I guess
I wasn't really doing it anyways. I haven't been doing it, man. I haven't been doing it since that week.
Yeah, it's kind of and the stats they tell you, they're like, oh, this 1 20-minute TM session is equivalent to 8 hours of sleep.
I don't know,
I'm like,
maybe.
No, I don't think so. I know that when I get 8 hours of sleep, I feel great. When I do a 20-minute meditation, I feel okay. I don't feel like I just woke up from an 8-hour nap.
That's a pretty sweet nap.
I feel a little gypped, though. Because we have the same mantra.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's not talk about it. I feel like it's all weird,
Yeah.
heebie-jeebie, whatever.
There's a lot of heebie-jeebie, hooba-wooba.
I think if it's Asian, it would be like boingo ongo.
That's racist.
Yeah, god damn it, Gerard.
That's so racist.
You know, Gerard drinks one too many dwinks.
Speaking of.
Full of CBD.
Oh, dude, how's your
now.
CBD drink? It's right there. So Aristotle is drinking his first ever CBD beverage.
CBD drink. So I actually, there's one time I did this podcast not too far from here. It was my buddy turned UFC fighter, Ian McCall, and he had this podcast. I was like, cool, I'll do the podcast. Mm-hmm. And he was sponsored by all these CBD all this like THC CBD like stuff. They had this like THC drink. It was a soda, and I was just drinking it while we were doing the podcast. And there's by the time I was like halfway through, I was like, what are these little markers for? Because there's like markers on the side of the bottle, and he was like, that's you're supposed to pace yourself and not drink past these certain markers at a certain time. It's like, I feel totally, the moment I said that, I was like, and I had to stop the podcast. I couldn't stay. I had to go.
You just got in your car and went?
I had to get in my car and leave, and he said, hey, we can do part 2 of this podcast, but part 2 still hasn't happened.
Yeah, dude. That guy probably...
It was fucking years ago.
That's crazy, yeah. That's an innocuous thing about eating edibles. You're just like... Yeah, they look so cute.
They
dude.
fuck you up. I remember one time.
So pretty. And
it's so cute. Nice. They're packaged nice.
Little gummy bears. Not gonna hurt you.
I remember one time I was at the house and I had no food and I was hungry and all I had was a fucking pot brownie, and I just had to go to town because I just was hungry and I got so high, but kind of like regretting that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because that's a high that you can't escape from. But you can take CBD to counteract any overdosing on THC.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Dude,
that's why it's good to always just have it around.
Yeah, when I used to party, Aristotle, sometimes coming off drugs, I would take some CBD.
All right, I'll take some now.
Yeah, dude, there's a marijuana cafe opening, the first one in LA, and dude, my thing is how high can we get? It's like, okay, we have now we have it in all our food. I just want to eat normal food. and then like if, later take a toke. But do we need it infused in all our food?
Is it really ending? It's ending up in our food now?
No, at the marijuana cafe.
Oh, is that going to be like kind of like the cafes that are in Amsterdam?
Yeah, like everything is bud centric.
Really?
Yeah. It's like all the cooking has
oil. And it's just like once you get higher, there's no other levels. You just go to bed.
Like, if I drink a shit ton of CBD, what can happen?
You get
Dude, you go back to school.
Yeah.
You go back to school?
Yeah.
Like homeroom? That's what you should be calling these drinks, just straight homeroom.
Homeroom.
Yeah, dude. I once drank about 4 of these, and I started talking to my 6th grade teacher again, Mrs. Dwight Holler.
Dwight Holler.
She was a real mean.
She was... Because you drank a bunch of Dwink. No, but for real, you can get high off the CBD? Come on.
No, you don't.
No.
Not even in the slightest.
No. It just makes you normal, like calm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Settles you down.
I have this joke that I'm working. I get on stage. I'm like, hey guys, just to let you know, I'm on CBD vape pen right now. So if I seem a little bit sober, that's what that is.
And then the bit does well.
Yeah, it crushes in certain rooms. They don't like it on the east side though.
East side of what, the country?
Yeah, anything east of Utah they do not like.
East side of the comedy club.
Yeah.
The west side loves that bit.
We are pretty close to the west side. Are we? Or we're on the west side,
Yeah.
right?
We're about a mile from the ocean.
Yeah, we're
Less than
close.
that.
Dude, maybe after this we can go take a walk on the ocean.
Yeah, a little walk on the
We're
beach.
also like a mile away from some of the best fish and seafood in LA. Yeah.
Do you think it's fun to ask? Are you dating anyone?
I'm engaged, bro.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
Thank
son.
you.
When were you gonna plan to drop that bomb on us?
I don't know, dude. You're the first podcast that I've told.
Dang. Well, fucking congratulations, Aristotle.
Yeah, so I'm not dating anybody. I'm engaged.
You're engaging someone.
I'm engaging in permanent residence.
Wow.
So are you dating somebody? Okay, I'll tell you what. Since this engagement thing sounds boring, so let's pretend like
Doesn't
I said
sound boring.
Let's just
It sounds
pretend like
magical.
I said it does.
Yeah, dude. I think it's awesome when people can dedicate their lives to have that level of certainty.
Yeah,
I think that's a beautiful thing, especially in this very uncertain world.
I can tell you what I'm certain about, and this is the thing that's I think it's really really important, and what I think where a lot of relationships go wrong. Here's where it is. I know that I will care about this person for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'll be, you never know if you're going to be sexually attracted to this person for the rest of your life. That's like eating pizza every day for the fucking, perpetually. You're just not going to want pizza all the fucking time. But if you know that you can care about pizza, if you can care about
that
where
crust.
it comes from, that crust, and like
Yeah, you can get her to stuff some cheese in her crust.
some cheese. Yeah, exactly.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Put some like Italian meats on top of her cheese.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
maybe throw some peppers on there.
Yeah, some peppers and some vegetables and stuff like that.
Pineapple? Anyone?
Okay.
All right,
Jesus
please, man,
Christ.
come on. We were on such a good roll, and you're part of that roll because you're playing the fucking music.
Didn't you throw a fucking pineapple?
What's
on
wrong with you, dude?
Sorry, man.
Man.
But I can care if I can care about it, like its origin and how it's doing. Then I know that that's more permanent, and that's essentially what that is making sure that you can be friends with that person. Because if you can't be friends with that person, you have nothing. You have zero. That's not a relationship. That's a novelty that has worn off its novelty.
It's so important to be with someone that makes you laugh. I think that's so cliche, but it's so important.
So important.
Because you're on a long road trip. You're going up to Telluride, and this is your first time.
Trip,
it's a long road trip. It's your first time skiing or snowboarding, and you're nervous. But your loved one's making jokes. She's cracking. She's giving it right back at you.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. And when's the wedding?
Well, that's a tough question to answer.
All right.
Because we don't want to spend a shit ton of money on a wedding.
Okay.
So we want to take that money that we would have spent on a wedding and put that right into
Nike shoes.
house.
Oh, sorry.
Well, sure, Nike shoes, sure.
Yeah, Nikes.
Nike's in the house. And so then we would have the wedding in the back of that, like in the backyard or something like that.
Yes.
I don't know why people spend all this money on a fucking party.
Because your parents want it.
Your parents. Yeah, actually, he's right, dude.
Yeah, he's married. He's a married dude.
Oh, see, he's right. The only reason why people have these fucking huge weddings is because the parents want to have the wedding.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, you know, I sat down with her dad. I was like, hey, man, I'll take your money, but I'm not putting it in a wedding. I'm going to put it into a house. And he goes, I like that. And that was it.
What a good forthright thing to say.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure that could go either way. You're like, this guy's either going to be like, fuck you, or, but I felt like.
Set up a conflict for life.
Right? That's all I do. I always just set up conflicts for life.
Are you nervous when you have your reception and when you have like, you know, the dinners and stuff that your comedian friends will just roast the shit out of you? Have you thought about like who's going to be you know, on your roster? Like, and how much time are you giving everyone?
Maybe like 3 minutes. I know, it depends on the person, you know? Like, I don't think anybody's going to roast me. Nah,
I don't think anyone's going to say, give little Aristotle stories and be like, remember that one time in Cabo?
Is that a roast though?
No, not like a comedy store roast, but just like funny.
Oh,
like
that's what I thought. I thought he was talking about. I was like, yo, your wife is so ugly. That's what I thought you were talking. I was like, no one's gonna fucking roast me like that.
No.
Like little stories,
little stories.
Yeah. Yo, congratulations, but yo, fuck this motherfucker right here.
Dude, I was at a wedding in Mississippi not too long ago. My friend Bill got married,
nice.
Bill Rosenblatt, and I didn't know he was Jewish until I was 25 years old. Actually, he hit it plain sight. Yeah, dude. Because in Mississippi, there's not a lot of Jewish people, and it wasn't until I moved out to LA and started getting in the comedy game and started like, you know, becoming friends with Jewish people that I like knew what that was. And so I remember I was at a bar in Mississippi and we're just having a drink, and I was like, Bill Rosenblatt. I was like, are you Jewish? And he looks at me now and he goes, guilty. And then he goes, guilty. And then he goes,
guilty.
I go, Bill, we've been friends for 25 years. You never told me this. And he goes, yeah, it's just not something I'm very proud of. And then he goes, you want to switch last names? I'm like, not after that horrible salesmanship.
Hey, what helped you in Hollywood, man?
I don't know. I just think it's crazy though. But yeah, you're going to have a lot of friends that are showing up.
Rosenbaum?
I could be. I mean, your house, I can see you living in a little bungalow.
Why bungalow?
I can just see you because you look kind of
bungalow vibes.
Yeah, because you look like a cozy dude.
You don't look like a billionaire either.
I always like to imagine myself as like an undercover billionaire. For
what company?
Any company. Just dress terribly. I went to Ruth's Chris in like a t-shirt and like sweatpants and like a ball cap, and I thought I look like the richest motherfucker here because I don't give a shit, and I'm dressed like a fucking slob in a nice steakhouse. I just wanted to go in there and have a steak, and I didn't give a shit about it. They actually gave me a coat to wear though.
Really?
No. Yeah, so I had this blazer on, t-shirt, ball cap, sweatpants,
and a coat. But that's even more billionaire.
Yeah, I looked like a radio DJ in a way.
So what if you were wearing the coat and you found like, I don't know,
like a golden ticket or something?
Like a golden ticket, or maybe you found a used condom in there. Would you?
You know, actually, it'd be funny is if that character goes in the steakhouse, wears a jacket, finds his golden ticket, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he looks at it, and then there's like a silhouette of like a orgy on it.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck?" And so there's an address on the back. He fucking
62 Fairview Lane.
Fairview Lane. He goes to fucking 62 Fairview. But before he gets there, he stops. He says, "I can't go there with my car."
Because it's a beat up.
Because it's a beat up car.
Okay.
So he calls an Uber Black.
A black guy.
And there's a black guy driving the Uber Black, and he picks him up, and he looks at the guy, and he's wearing sweatpants and some jerry coat. He's like, "This guy must be rich." And then they pull up.
He just got an Uber Black.
He's got an Uber Black, and he looks like a slob. Looks looks like an asshole. And then they drive up to the house, and then
the gate. And then he has to punch in the secret code.
what the fuck is a code? Like, I don't know if there's a code. He grabs a ticket, he's about to throw it, and then before he throws it, he sees like there's like a little bit of a wax thing that got scratched off, and he makes out a 6 and a 9. He's like, what the hell? He looks in his pocket, finds a penny, starts scratching like it's a lottery scratcher,
Scratch off.
and it says fucking 69, 69. And he's like, there's no way this is the code.
Now he's in
He's in
with the Uber Black.
with the Uber Black, and then he goes and he sees nicer cars than what he had ever imagined to be a nice car.
Yeah.
There's also a fountain in the middle of the fucking driveway.
And a cherub baby is just spitting out water. A little cherub angel just spewing out water in the fountain.
And he's like, that's crazy. And there's all these people with these little champagne glasses putting it under the waterfall. He's like, why do people want to drink this water? And he goes there and he's like, realize that's not water. That's like
freaking that's champagne,
straight
dude.
champagne, bro.
That's Davidoff champagne.
That's Davidoff champagne.
That's flown straight from the Ukraine.
And he starts thinking, like, where am I going to get a glass right now?
Oh, but dude, then this girl she won't tell him her name, but he thinks it's Sasha.
She looks like a Sasha.
Yeah.
But, you know,
no one knows her real name.
no one knows her real name. And she's like wearing a mask on her face. You know? And like and like you're not supposed to see anybody's face, and he's like there, and he's like doesn't have an excuse. She says, "Where's your mask?" He said, "I thought this was the hat party, so I brought my hat." And then she goes, "Just take your hat and put it on your face."
Yeah,
and
but then he can't breathe very well, so he has to poke holes in
it, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like the whole time looking at her because she's got a nice body but can't see her face. He's thinking to himself.
He's thinking, damn, I want to slide into this wet.
But could it be a butterface?
Oh, there's a good possibility because this girl, Sasha, you know, even from the mask, it looks a little bit soft. Her face looks a little soft.
Yeah.
But he's still, you know, he just got to the party. He's excited. He's like, you know what? I'm open to this.
Yeah.
So Sasha sashays with them into the house. The door's open. A butler named Gunther opens the door. He's like an old white man,
but super tall and skinny.
Yeah, and he has haggly hair and stale breath.
Super stale.
Like he just
tastes like old ass biscuits
and like chewed wood. Yeah.
And he goes, "What can I do for you, sir?"
I just got this ticket.
Let me see, sir. Yes, you scratched off the numbers. Good for you. Would you like a drink or a glass?
Yes, I would like both. Thank you very much.
Here you are. Here's a glass for you.
Thank you very much.
Here's a glass for Sasha. And here's an emergency glass in case you misplace your glass. Put this one in your pocket.
Oh, thank you. Hope it doesn't break, but very nice. So can you just tell me a little bit your name? Gunther. Okay. Yeah, I'm here in what exactly can I what can we
Welcome to the carnal mansion.
Very cool.
Where all your carnal fantasies can come true.
So you're saying anything that I want to do can be done here?
Name it.
All right. Fine.
Go ahead, name it. Test me.
I want some chipmunks to nibble on my nuts.
Second floor, room 11.
Okay. I want a girl to sit with me and have a good conversation.
Directly behind you.
All right.
One more. Go ahead. Take it far left if you shall. Throw me if you will.
I want to be a motherfucker.
Rooftop penthouse. You just said
I want to be
my motherfucker.
Penthouse of the penthouse. You've earned your ticket, son. Take it.
Thank you, Gunther.
And remember, I'm always here.
How many lifetimes do you think it would take for you to be gay?
How many lifetimes?
Yeah, like say that you came back next lifetime and you were another sexual orientation. What would it be?
Let me ask you this. That's a really good question, but the question is like, is gayness a progressive thing? So every time you come back, you're more gay than you were before?
Kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I think in this situation,
if that's the case, I would probably be closer to bisexual than I would be gay the next life.
Okay.
Just because I can recognize when a guy is a good-looking, handsome guy.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm never the type of guy to be like, yeah, I don't know. I used to ask, like, oh, I'm a guy's guy. I don't know, guys like that. I'm not that guy.
I admire men's body. Some men are fucking hot. Like
I'd say that guy looks fucking handsome.
Handsome boy.
Handsome boy. Like I'll say that. I'd say that all the time. It's a handsome guy.
Dude, today I was at Runyon Canyon. There were two handsome boys, and I gave them both high fives.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, you guys rock,
Yeah.
And I feel like handsome boys are usually very, very. Some are not, but a lot of them are very not cool bros.
What's really great is when you meet a handsome guy who is like humble, and you're like, oh shit, you're a cool dude.
Cool, just
cool.
rock solid dude.
Rock solid dude is like, oh man, I'm not that rock solid. No, dude, you're handsome. Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm all right. Oh, dude, your girlfriend's so high.
She's a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she's a
and it's like, hey, yo, what the? And then, but he's got a dark secret though.
Oh
fuck yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he's got some skeletons.
Usually.
Literal skeletons.
Yeah, what are you saying? The skeleton is gay?
Oh, the skeleton guy's closet is just fucking doing the Macarena. When he's
Yeah.
Is Macarena gay?
It can be if you do it right.
Okay.
Yeah. Western
and if you do it wrong.
Yeah. What's the nicest gift you've ever gotten?
The nicest gift I've ever gotten?
Besides being on this podcast.
I think that it's funny, like you asked me that today. Probably I had put this watch on layaway. You remember layaway?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Single moms did that all the time back in the day.
That's where I learned it, was from my mom. She was single mom.
Hell yeah.
And so I had this watch on layaway, and I remember my mom, like my 17th or 18th birthday, she was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I always felt weird about saying, I want this thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'd be like, yeah, just give me whatever you want to give me. And then she's like, is there something you blah, blah, blah? And I was like, well, maybe you could help me put some money down towards this watch.
Nice.
And all I had left to pay on it was $400. And she was like, here. And I was like, what? I bought that watch. And then like an idiot, I sold that watch maybe 2 or 3, I'm trying to think, maybe about 2 or 3 years after that. And then just recently today, I won a bid on that piece, and it arrived today. I basically bought that watch back. Not the same watch, but just like...
That's a beautiful story. I like that.
Yeah.
Redemption.
How do you feel?
I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel like we've learned a lot about each other. I feel like I'm a little naked, but the good kind of naked.
Yeah, it's a good kind of naked.
Yeah,
it's kind of naked that you walk in, you're like, damn, you can kind of see an ab.
Yeah, I see an ab. And you're like, oh, I know a little bit about you now.
I know a little about you.
Yeah.
This is the best conversation I've had with you ever. So I'm super pumped.
We should have more of these.
I would love it. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I had a great time.
Hell yeah. Guys, that was another episode of The Great Mistake. Follow us on all the socials. You can download us on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. Do you have anything you want to plug, Aristotle?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's air_Stottle. So it's AIR_Stottle. And then I'm on the new season of Silicon Valley. Check that out.
Bam.
Yeah, bro.
That's that Bright Lane, dude.
I'm all through that season too, so check it out if you want to.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to last that long. I thought it was like 2 episodes, that's it. But they kept writing me in the shit. I was like, all right, that's cool. Yeah, it was great. Probably the nicest cast I've ever met in my life.
So Middleditch was, everyone was cool?
Middleditch was super cool, super nice. Martin Starr was super fucking nice. Kumail was super nice. I got to know probably Kumail and Middleditch more than I did Martin. But yeah, they're more Kumail than anybody, but because I had most scenes with him. But it was great. It was great. Everybody's so nice.
Dude,
Mike Judge is one of the nicest guys ever. Yeah.
I mean,
Alec Berg, all of them's nice.
I'm sure it's just like a dream to be on set, just to work with all those guys, dude. That's like, that's living out your dream, and I'm proud of you, bro. That's really cool to hear that.
It was like a dream come true, but you do also realize that it's work. These guys are working hard.
Yeah.
Especially this last episode has been crazy. crazy, shooting nonstop. And
Ooh, building the anticipation.
It has been crazy, and these guys are like shooting like till fucking 2-3 in the morning. I'm just like,
really?
Man, these guys are really.
Dang.
I don't know how they do it, but even like close to the end, I was like, oh man, this is my last day. I'm like, yes.
So you're wrapped now?
I just rapped yesterday.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
yesterday was my rap day.
Well, dude, yeah, it means a lot that you came out here to all the way to El Segundo.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
I've been a legit fan of this show since I've been watching the clips. I think it's funny.
Appreciate that. And we'll get you a good one out.
What are you gonna make me before I let you go?
A dishwasher.
Not a dishwasher,
We're
dude.
taking requests.
All right. That's our
guys.
episode, Gerard. Take us out, baby boy.
Yeah. Review us and give us 5 stars, please. That would really change my opinion of Graham.